twilight of Earth's great civilizations, we were chosen. Some were selected for their skills, others for their strength, and some by luck. The great ships were the embodiment of each nation's ingenuity, courage, and faith. And they sent us to the stars in search of a new home. As we raced skyward, we carried aloft the hopes and dreams of those left behind. Our journey through deep space was long and quiet. And it is finally over. Now we look upon our new world for the first time. On these alien shores, our destiny waits. A new beginning for mankind.
Hello out there, this is the Bastard, and welcome to the first episode of a first playthrough, completely fresh, of Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth. It came out today, so this is rather timely. And for anyone not in the know, it's basically Civ in space, mixed with a little bit of the, I guess, the kind of rationale of the old Sid Meier game Alpha Centauri, which was basically Civ in space, with nuts and bolts on. Yeah, so what we're going to be doing in this, as I say, this is the first time I've sat down with the game, completely fresh. So we're not going to be going for a challenge so much as we are just probably basically trying to survive. From all the previews and the reviews that I've read, it's a bit more of a challenging game than Civ V, albeit using most of the same ideas and notions and the engine and the framework and etc, etc, etc. So without any further ado, let's head in and set up our game. As far as difficulty goes, Mercury is normal, which basically means that we're on an even footing with our competitors. We're going to go for that. I know a lot of people out there are heading straight for Apollo, but they're mad, so I won't be doing that. We'll go for a standard game pace, and the default map size there is small, but you know what? I like a bigger playing field. I'm going to go for standard. So if we accept that, then we get to have a play around. We won't have the advanced setup. We won't poke our nose in there until we understand the systems on a second playthrough or so. But the first thing we have to do, because basically you kind of, unlike Civ V, you essentially compile your civilization or nation or whatever you want to call it together from a number of different factors, so you can kind of customize more what you're going to do. As far as the sponsor goes, I believe this is basically sort of kind of where your spaceship has come from as it's colonizing this world. So we've got ARC, Pan-Asian Cooperative, Franco-Iberia, the Slavic Federation, Polistralia, the Cavithan Protectorate, Brasilia, and the African Union. So if we just have a look at the some of the benefits these reap, ARC, which I think is like the kind of American thing, maybe, probably. Covert operations are 25% faster and cause 25% more intrigue, so that's presumably some kind of pseudo-espionage thing. We've got the Pan-Asian Cooperative with plus 10% production towards wonders and plus 25% worker speed. That sounds quite nice. I do like my wonders in Civ V, so we'll bear that one in mind. Franco-Iberia. Gain a free technology for every 10 virtues developed. Now, virtues are the equivalent of policies in Civ V, I believe. That sounds very nice, because that's science and it's, I guess, what would be culture in the old Civ V. I like the sound of that. They're also, I guess, they're the European ones, and I'm European, so maybe we should go for that one. But let's have a look at these others. We've got the Slavic Federation. Orbital units stay in orbit 20% longer, and the first one launched grants a free technology. That sounds probably quite specific. Also, I have no experience with the orbital units, so I might stay clear of that one for now. Polystralia, +2 trade routes available for the capital. I do like the sound of that. I like boosting my economy massively in Civ games, so we'll keep that one as well. So far, the Pan-Asian, Franco-Iberian, Polystralia sound good, but we'll carry on looking. Kavathan Protectorate. Cities and outposts acquire new tiles twice as fast, so an expansion thing. Now, that sounds like it's probably quite useful, but I'm planning on playing this game a little bit turtly, a little bit kind of working with the aliens who are around, because I've heard that they are a bit of a bastard to fight. So we'll probably play a kind of peacenik Civ, kind of exploring the game rather than really pushing for victory this time around. So that might not be the best one to take. Brasilia, units have +10% strength in melee combat. Again, we're not going to be over the top with combat, and while that is useful just for defense, we'll probably look for something else. African Union, +10% food in growing cities when healthy. Health is the Beyond Earth equivalent of happiness. So if your Civ is happy, +10% food in growing cities. That sounds really good. But again, it's kind of expansionistic. So maybe one we'll take on another playthrough, perhaps. So the ones we were looking at, we've got Polystralia, Franco-Iberian, Pan-Asian Cooperative. Pan-Asian Cooperative, I do like that 10% production towards wonders and 25% worker speed, but it just doesn't sound as good for me as getting free technologies, or the +2 trade routes for that matter. But I tell you what, because I love cultural play in Civ V, I'll go for the one associated with the virtues, and you know, Franco-Iberia, presumably the UK is part of Franco-Iberia in this future world, so we'll go for that. We'll go for Franco-Iberia. So, now we get to choose our colonists. This gives us a bonus to all our cities. So, are our colonists scientists? So we get more science in every city. Refugees, so we get more food in every city, because refugees are renowned for having an excess of food. Odd. Aristocrats, we get +3 energy and +1 health in every city. I think energy is money, effectively. I think energy is money. Engineers, so +2 production in every city, or artists for +2 culture and +1 health in every city. Well now, do we want to synergize or do we want to spread out? If we were going to synergize, presumably we'd go for the culture, because then we can get virtues quicker, which means we can get new technologies quicker. So that might be an idea. On the other hand, +2 production in every city sounds pretty good. It also sounds pretty good for setting up that city. So, what to do? Do we synergize or do we spread it out a little bit? Ho hum. You know what? We're gonna spread it out a little bit, because I think yeah, I think that's sensible. We'll go for engineers. Probably, maybe. Or do we... that's the thing, the more virtues I get, the more the other one helps. So the culture might be useful. And, you know, if they're like policies in Civ, they themselves could give me production. Let's go with artists. We'll specialise. We're all Franco-Iberian artists here. Okay, so choose our spacecraft. So, Continental Surveyor. That can reveal the coastlines on the map, which is interesting. Retrograde thrusters, wider area for choosing where to land first city, and additional visibility around starting area. That's interesting. Tectonic scanner. No technology is needed to see petroleum, geothermal, and titanium resources. That sounds pretty good. I would love to be able to start Civ 5 being able to see iron and horses and things like that. Fusion reactor. Begin with 100 energy, which is presumably money. Now, I don't know how much money that is, but if it's equivalent to Civ money, that's not much. So there we go. Lifeform sensor. Reveal alien nests on the map. There. I don't really know at this point how important alien nests are. I'm assuming they're probably going to be quite important. I'm not bothered about the coastline so much at this stage. If fusion reactors like normal Civ money, that's probably not so great, so I'll pass on that. retrograde thrusters does sound really good, but I'm not certain, not having played the game before, that I'll really know what best choice to make anyway. So I think I'm going to go with tectonic scanner. That sounds quite good, and resources are always good. So if I can settle near them quickly, that's great. Let's go for that. And then we choose our cargo. Hydroponics. Begin with an extra pop in your first city. That's pretty sweet. Laboratory. Begin with the pioneering technology. I don't know what that is, but it's probably good. Raw materials. Begin with a clinic building. Again, don't know how that is. Weapon arsenal. Begin with a soldier unit. That's actually quite appealing, because if I'm having a bit of extra defense, so I can concentrate on some culture and tech stuff at first. Machinery. Begin with a worker unit, which again is quite appealing, some extra resources quickly. But you know what? We're going to go with the soldier. Okay, choose planet. Wow, we can customize it a lot more, but we'll go for one of these defaults, I think. So, Busati 378H. It's a Terran world, a world with a few large landmasses separated by oceans and some smaller islands, presumably like the continental setup, continents in Civ V. Birkanowski 397G, a Protean world, a world of one ocean and one very large continuous landmass with the possibility of small coastal islands, so like a Pangaea setup in Civ. Kincaid 88B, Atlantean world, a world of islands of varying sizes separated by narrow water passages, like the archipelago worlds in Civ V, one would assume. We'll do something kind of more standard-ish. We'll go for the continents. We'll go for Busati 378H. That's our new home. And let's click start. Exciting stuff. It was John Calvin who said, "There is not one blade of grass, there is no colour in this world that is not intended to make us rejoice. Below us waits a foreign world. No matter how alien it may appear, I know it will bear creation's majesty. Our own miraculous earth was destroyed by those too selfish to look outward. It is my great hope that we will appreciate the inventiveness of our new world more than we did the last." It's an excerpt from Colony Archives. Personal log of Elodie. The opening cinematic of this game is absolutely fantastic. I might try and record it separately because I couldn't find a way to trigger it from the menu, and maybe paste it onto the beginning of this, and you'll know if I have, because you'll have seen it already. Let's go.
Hello, I am the Advanced Integration and Simulation Resource, or
Hello.
Advisor. I am equipped to introduce you to the basic systems that will guide your development on this new planet. Additionally, I can provide strategic advice based on situations you encounter. How would you like me to proceed?
That's interesting. And it's nice that it has a New to Civ and New to Beyond Earth one. We'll go for New to Beyond Earth because, you know, he sounds quite chipper. We'll have him in. He really reminds me of the AI in Defense Grid, oddly. I wonder if it's the same guy. We'll say don't... Yeah, we'll actually not tick that because in future we'll probably want to turn it off altogether. But we'll say advice only. Because I'm fairly familiar.
Select a suitable location for our people to make planetfall. This will be the site of our first great city.
Okay.
Select a plot within the red border to land.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. So what have we got here? Well, I presume the territory grows in roughly the same way as Civ. So let's have a look. It'd be nice to have that. Interesting. Coastal is probably pretty good. Coastal is usually good. So I might go... That looks like a resource, maybe. I don't know. That looks like it's definitely not a resource. But it's also a pretty good tile. Plains, river, fresh water. These are hills, I think. Grassland hill, really? Yeah, have more fresh water. It'd be nice to have the fresh water. It'd be nice to be coastal. This looks like some kind of resource right here. Algae, yeah. And this is a resource as well. Look at it. Yeah, fibre. Interesting. That's just forest. But oh, let's go slap bang next to these on the coast, next to fresh water. Lovely. Liqueur. Fantastic. Okay, what have we got here? This is an explorer. Okay, this guy's an explorer, which is presumably like the old scouts. Can move 2 tiles. Combat Strength 3. Expedition modules. Able to construct a limited number of expeditions on tiles with artifacts. Provide great rewards once completed. Maybe a bit like the old ruins? Maybe. Return the unit to one of your cities will refill its supply. So we can do it multiple times. Okay, yeah. Thank you. I think I've dealt with that. And what are these guys here? These are our free military. Yeah, these are our soldiers. They're a lot tougher. Little spaceman guy with a gun. And there's move, do nothing, alert, fortify, exploit. Yeah, it's all pretty familiar stuff. Great, fantastic. Look at all this. This looks great. So what have we got? We've finished habitation. That's presumably like, I think agriculture was the equivalent. What's this over here? Is that an alien? Are those aliens or are those resources? If I hover over a bit? No, it's a resource. Chitin. Little bug guys I can have as a resource. Xenomass there. We've got quite a bit of resources here by the look of it, which is fantastic. Is that just a lake? That's a mountain. Okay, interesting. Inverse mountain. That being a mountain too, I assume. Yeah, okay. So let's choose our production. Let's see what we can build in Liqueur. So, we can build workers, which are workers, explorers, and soldiers. And we've got an explorer and a soldier already, so I think we're okay for those. We've got these developments, which are like... so in Civ 5, you can, build wealth and research just to kind of hammer your science or your economy a bit, which is nice. So those are presumably the equivalents of those. And now what have we got here? Old Earth Relic, Culture +2. That's presumably like a monument. I'll stop listing what things are the equivalents in Civ 5. Clinic, Science +1, Health +1. But you know what? Given our economic advisor recommends an Old Earth Relic. It's quicker than a clinic, and also, by getting culture, we're actually helping our tech as well. Because of our Franco-Iberian ability to gain techs from virtues, I think they're called. So that's interesting. So we'll start building an Old Earth Relic. Yeah, definitely. We'll choose some research. Wow!
The Tech Web provides a bird's eye view of the technologies that may be discovered and how they are connected. Technologies come in two types, branches and leaves. Branches represent broader technological ideas and cost less research. Leaves are more specific and are more expensive.
Wow. Okay. Show me. Interesting. Branch text like genetics. Okay, I see that. And then the ones beneath them are leaves. Okay. And we get affinity points for various things. Wow, okay. So we're under habitation at the moment. So the leaves we have access to are pioneering and planetary survey. We can also go to the to these branches: genetics, chemistry, physics, engineering, ecology. Wow. Okay. But what to do? What to do? Okay, well, let's look at the leaves we've got at the moment. There's pioneering. We can build a colonist, so like a settler. Trade convoy to start trading with other people. Trade vessel. That's a naval unit. And a trade depot. So that's extra. That's actually extra production and allows 2 trade routes. So that's kind of really tradey and expansionisty. But that's quite handy. I mean, having another colonist in would probably be pretty good. Planetary survey, work barge, tile improvement buildable by work units on coral and algae resources. We have algae. We have algae. That's great. Okay. And allow land units to embark and cross water tiles. Okay, well that seems pretty good, and we have got algae already, so maybe that would be one to go for. And oh, there's so many options. There's really so many options. Wow, okay. Ooh, that looks good. Ultrasonic fence prevents alien units from approaching within 2 tiles of this city. That's probably quite useful, actually. Maybe we should go with ecology. And we are planning on kind of going harmony, I think. I think we're going to go harmony. What are the separate ones? There's harmony, there's supremacy, which I believe... Yeah, so purity is kind of becoming humaner than human, kind of really... sort of maybe kind of like a post-human idea, like really pure human species sort of thing, kind of imposing your will, I think, on the planet. And supremacy is more kind of tech, really kind of like making your civilization all it can be with technology and that kind of thing. Whereas harmony is kind of becoming one with the planet and the aliens, I guess, kind of allying yourself with them a bit more. I like the sound of that because I'm a hippie, but also I like the sound of it because I think first playthrough, if the aliens are a bit threatening, that might be quite useful. So I might go with that, and to work our way towards that, let's actually go with ecology first. I really like the sound of that ultrasonic fence. So maybe we'll do that. That might be a huge mistake. Who knows? But we're going to go for ecology. So a unit needs orders. So we've got an explorer here. Let's see what we can do. Let's go towards here. There's an intriguing crack in the ground over there. Whoop. Now what's that?
I may be able to assist you.
Okay, yeah. Find artifact. Where we got? So that's an right. So that's what an artifact looks like. Kind of like a resource. Alien skeleton. Okay. To investigate artifacts. So, okay, there we go. What is this? Are these enemies? I don't think they are. No, they're a resource. Okay. Resilin. What's that? Fungus. Okay. I think that's miasma, which is bad. That you have to clear away. Kind of like radiation. Yeah. Is that miasma as well? I can't tell. Yeah, it is. Okay. Is this guy going to start taking damage? I hope not. With our soldier, you know, well, we might as well do a little bit of exploration, mightn't we? See what's around. I'm kind of loath to run across aliens or something. Find artifact. Okay, that is an artifact. It doesn't seem to indicate that it is an artifact. It just says resource alien skeleton. But well, it says it's an artifact, so we'll head over there with the explorer. Victories updated. New updates in the victory log. Okay, here we go. So these are the different victories.
Your attention.
Quest log. Wow, okay. Quests. Missions I can perform for extra rewards. Okay. So, cultural burden. Doesn't seem to be... Oh, yes, obviously. Click a quest to view its objective. Tab for victories. Okay, yeah. So, no quests at the moment, but there's victory stuff. So, Promised Lands. And, wow, okay. These are pretty significant. I might actually leave these for now, and I'll probably read them before the next episode, and then maybe give you guys a run through of them. That might be an idea to so we can move forward a bit. Next turn. It took so long to take our first turn. Whoa, yeah, minus 10 from miasma.
Has walked into a cloud of strange alien miasma. This miasma is toxic and will damage our units and equipment if they remain here. Until we understand this substance better, we should avoid it if possible.
Okay. Okay, yeah, there we go. So that's a constructor. We get a little icon thing when we're on it. So sorry, Explorer. We will not move you there again. Crossing a river, so presumably no sign of any roaming aliens yet. Which is probably pretty good. Yeah, these are pretty standard Civ indicators all around here. Skip to the next turn. Okay, so let's move our Explorer onto that artifact, construct an expedition. Let's have a look. I'll take 5 turns, okay. Some great little animations going there. I like that. I like that a lot. Got our warrior. Let's have more of a look around. What is this over here? That is a geothermal resource. Okay. Wow, lots of resourcey stuff. That looks really cool. What's that? Fyraxite. And this? More fungus there. So, ooh, floaty rocks. Float stone. Cool. I'm assuming that cities have the same boundary limitations. They can only go 3 sort of spaces. Ooh, I think this is exactly the same as the Civ V, like what you see, but just laid out completely differently. Okay, that should be fine. Do we have like a thing for citizen management? Focus none. Can we not do anything about that yet? Ah, okay, we focus by clicking on these. Reset. Yeah, we'll have focus none for the moment, that's fine. Until we work out what we're doing. The tech seems to take quite a long time to generate, which is interesting. Ooh, hello. Are those aliens, or are they... Oh yeah, wolf beetles. Okay. Better move our warrior back, I think. Just in case they're going to randomly attack our city. So quickly. We have enemies. Okay, they're moving away. That's good. Ooh, hello. Ooh. Hello.
Pueblo unido de Sudamérica le da la bienvenida.
Hello, Reginaldo. Now, I remember you guys. You had military abilities. So I'm going to be quietly respectful with you.
Fala despacio.
Anything we can have on the go at the moment, or anything? Like embassies, or an embassy equivalent, or anything? I think we're alright. I don't think there's anything we can particularly do. We don't have any resources or anything like that. Can we just be...
Diga o que quiera.
Cooperation agreement? I'd be quite happy to be friends with you already. I mean, I'm going to be a pretty chill guy. Let's see if... No. No, that's fair enough. That's fine, Reynaldo. We'll be friends in the future, I'm sure. Okay. Thank you. So is he... Oh, is he all the way over there? Wow, okay. He's way away. Do they land one by one and then I find them? Am I like the first? That's interesting. I'm going to move the warrior over here just in case. Because I don't trust that wandering wolf beetle. Quests
You have a new
updated.
quest available. Throughout the game, your actions will trigger different quests that can unlock bonuses for your people. Open the quest log to see what's available to you, and check back often.
Okay then, that sounds pretty cool. And also Licour now has 2 citizens. Let's look where they're working. Can we adjust it to make them work somewhere more entertaining? No, at the moment probably. That's fine. Bit of extra cash. Bit of extra production. That's fine. Unit needs orders? Yep, you do. Head on to here, please. And we have a quest. Let's have a look at what the quest is. Found an outpost. For our colony to prosper, we should consider expanding. We should focus our efforts on researching how to create new outposts for the colony. I'm assuming that is basically saying build another city. Yeah, cool. Okay. Well, when we after we get ecology, we'll focus on being able to get a new outpost. How long do you have left on that?
Your
2
explorer
turns.
has noticed something strange nearby. It could be a ruin, some sort of wreckage, or perhaps alien in nature. You should order your explorer to the site and excavate it to see if there is something worthwhile to be found.
Already doing it. Way ahead of you. Way ahead of you. There are the wolf beetles again. I'm not going to attack them though. Ah, someone new. Kavitha.
The doors
Hello.
of the Protectorate are open. Speak from your soul.
And probably you don't want to be friends either yet. No.
Hollow words.
That's fine. Aliens detected near Licour. See, we can bombard them, but does that not just make them pissed off at me more? I don't know. Let's give them a chance. Let's see what they're gonna do. Let's just fortify in here. Let's not attack the aliens, you know, until they attack us. I think that's pretty rational. Expedition
Your
completed.
explorer has discovered something wonderful. There are many more sites like this to investigate around the world, so you might want to consider building additional explorers to send to these locations.
Wow, okay. After many fruitless months excavating the alien skeleton, an alien life form approached from the wilds as if it was called. Your expedition team quickly armed itself, but this proved unnecessary. Whatever reverence it held for the dead skeleton seems to have transferred for you. An alien raptor bug is now under your control. Wow, this is like the first step towards our like harmonizing, it seems. That's pretty cool. It's pretty powerful as well. That's rocking. Okay. That's awesome. Let's... And it can travel really far. That's really cool. And the wolf beetle doesn't seem to be attacking. Let's leave them alone. I think, you know, maybe we're cool. Maybe we're alright. Okay, with the explorer, let's carry on down this river here. Oh no, we're out of moves this turn. That's fine. Aims detected near the core. Let's go for next turn. And if the wolf beetles attack, we'll have to defend ourselves. But no, as you see, I think they're all right. Ooh, this guy looks pretty close to me. Dao Ming. Now, yeah, you won't be friends with me either. Nope. We should probably definitely be friends because you're not very far from me at all. So that's interesting. Okay. Let's have a bit of the old movement. Down this river. And let's continue exploring this way like we were going to do with the warrior. Culture develops, but let's choose production first. Okay, what we're going to do. Tempted to pump out another explorer. That seems pretty handy. But we'll probably go for a clinic. We'll start building a clinic, I think. Some extra science, because we do need to have that quest to finish, and science seems to take a while to polish off. So we'll start building a clinic. Develop a virtue. I like this. I love the policies in Civ. So, ooh, okay, here we go.
The virtue screen allows you to choose the virtues that will shape your civilization. You spend your accumulated culture to acquire them.
There we go.
The deeper you go in each row or column, the more bonuses you will earn.
Excellent. Okay. So we've got might, prosperity, knowledge, and industry. Now, knowledge focuses on scientific and cultural pursuits. That sounds right down our path, you know? Okay. Synergy bonus. I don't really know what are these. Some of them are across that way, some of them down that way. I'm sure I will find out. But it looks like I think the first one, presumably I have to take, is this one. Presumably. I would expect so, maybe. Plus 10% science when healthy. I mean, that seems pretty good. 4 more knowledge virtues until next synergy bonus. Plus 10% culture. And 5 more tier 1 virtues until next synergy bonus. Choose 1 free virtue. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's try and bounce off these science and virtues to just give us bonus after bonus. That sounds pretty cool. Plus 10% science is pretty rocking for just an instant boost. Awesome. We might call a halt to the episode there. I think that's probably about half an hour. But obviously I'm going to be playing this quite a bit over the next couple of days, so expect more videos soon. And yeah, come back for more. Bye!